What's going on, YouTube community? It's your boy YfgmBlogTv coming straight out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Wow, what a game! What a game! This is one of those games where you call this is basically a tale of two halves. The Carolina Panthers in the first half pretty much dominated the Seattle Seahawks. Offense, defense, just pure dominated the Seattle Seahawks, slowing Russell Wilson down, sacking him, forcing them to throw interceptions. Everything was just not going right for the everything wasn't going right for the Seattle Seahawks. Everything was going well for the Carolina Panthers. And then what happened in the second half? Everything was just reversed. Carolina Panthers shut them out 31-0. What the hell did the Seattle Seahawks do? Shut out the Carolina Panthers. Crazy. It's crazy, man. And that was all due to the fact that Russell Wilson did not give up at all. Him, Pete Carroll, and even the defense felt like they can try to come back and win this game, but it was just too little too late. Seattle Seahawks defense, they locked in. They looked like that deadly defense that we are normally used to see. Cam Newton wasn't really doing too much. The run game really wasn't doing too much, even though they allowed Jonathan Stewart over 100 yards rushing, but that was due to the 58-yard rush that he got in the first half. You know, the defense just locked in. And it seemed like the Carolina Panthers was kind of playing conservative, trying to let the clock go down, while the Seattle Seahawks, they were on go mode. They was just trying to go, add points on the board, and try to at least catch up to possibly win this game, or at least tie this game and force the overtime. Russell Wilson, man, look, what can you say about this dude? He didn't give up. His mobility is one of the reasons why, this team was still in the game, because his ability to break away from the pocket and just create plays. He did it a couple times in the second half. He connected with Lockett. He connected with Curse. I think he connected with Curse twice. So this guy's mobility is what helped this team, stay in it. Because if he wasn't a mobile QB, I don't think they would have put up those points, And also, Russell Wilson did a smart thing. He was pretty much in the second half. You can tell that he was targeting. I think his name is Robert McClain, the fifth-year player. Really not too experienced. He don't really have a lot of starts, even though he got drafted by the Carolina Panthers in 2010. Funny, but yeah, he was replacing Peanut Tillman, so obviously you're going to target that guy, because that's kind of like the weak link. And of course you wasn't going to throw it to Josh Norman. He pretty much had his man on locked all game. But yeah, man, it was just a tell of two halves. Great finish. They only lost by 7 points, but my only concern is with the Carolina Panthers defense, I don't know if they just got tired, or they just let up a little bit. And you can't do that against a mobile QB and a great QB like Russell Wilson. You can't do that. You may can get away with it with Carson Palmer or Tom Brady, because they're not really mobile, and they can't create passes, create plays outside of the pocket once they start to run. They don't do it, but you can't do it against this type of player, But I think, going into next week, they're going to, of course, feel comfortable. Hopefully, they learn from their mistakes. And if they get up big again, they can kind of keep that lead. And the offense has to at least try to keep scoring also. Not saying that they wasn't. It's just Seattle defense locked in more, in the second half. But yeah, man, it was pretty much a great game. Cam Newton, he played a solid game. He didn't really have to try to throw the ball too much, because the run game was doing good. The pretty much because of that first half, And when he was trying to do it in the second half, the defense was kind of locked in. At one point, Carolina converted more third down plays than them, but next thing you know, Carolina had more first downs. But then at the end of the game, Seattle Seahawks had 23 to Carolina's 19 first downs. Let's see. Yeah, Carolina was 8-15 converting on third down. Seattle was like 5-11 converting on third downs. Total yards 403 to 295. So that just lets you know that everything changed in the second half. Russell Wilson was throwing the ball more. Obviously, he had to. They didn't really have too much time to be running the ball, giving it to Marshawn Lynch, So they had to keep keep passing the ball to put points on the board quicker. Yeah, it was just a tell of two different halves. And now the Carolina Panthers, they're going on to their fifth NFC championship, or is it the fourth for their fifth NFC championship? They will be hosting the Arizona Cardinals. That should be a great game. Two great defenses. This is going to be great. But yeah, Carolina Panthers. Russell Wilson was 31 of 48, 366 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, sacked 5 times. Cam Newton 16 of 22, 161 yards, 1 touchdown. Jonathan Stewart, like I said, 106 yards. Marshawn Lynch only 20 yards. Jermaine Kearse, 11 receptions, 110 yards. Greg Olsen, 6 receptions, 77 yards, 1 touchdown. Speaking of Marshawn Lynch, what do you guys think is going to happen with Marshawn Lynch? Do you think they're going to cut him to open up cap space? You know, was this his last time in the Seattle Seahawks uniform? It's going to be interesting to see what they do with him. But they got, you know, pretty much a good backup, you know. But yeah, man. Once again, guys, the defense tightened down in the last stretch of the fourth quarter. Even though, you know, Seattle Seahawks, they had like 3 back-to-back flags, you know, for false starts and stuff. And then Marshawn Lynch didn't line up properly. So that kind of hurt them too. But even though I think they still got the – did they get the touchdown? No, they didn't get the touchdown. They ended up kicking the field goal, I believe. Yeah. But yeah, the defense clamped down. And Luke Kuechly made a great play down that stretch. But yeah, anyway, guys, what a game. Because I thought it was over with. But then something in my mind told me, like, this team can come back. Russell Wilson can come back. You know, like, he's done it before. So, you know, I wasn't really too ready to get all pumped up in height. And sorry about my lighting, guys. The outside light and everything just going crazy. But yeah, man, anyway, guys, tell me what you thought about this game. Comment, subscribe, favorite, like, share. Check out my previous videos. Hit me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and all those social media sites. I'm out. Deuces.